Welcome to the MSW program at Cleveland State University. I am Patricia Stoddard-Dare. I'm the MSW program coordinator. I want to congratulate you on your acceptance. We're so happy to have you as a student. CSU is an excellent choice. It's an economical choice. We have top-notch professors. We have a thriving, diverse environment, a new state-of-the-art curriculum, a flexible schedule of classes. We have a family and work-friendly options for completing your degree. We provide our students with quality resources to prepare them for the licensure exam. And CSU is a top-ranked school in the country for social mobility for its students. In your admissions packet, you'll notice that you have an intent to enroll form. And on your intent to enroll form, you need to make some choices. You need to decide on your start term, your desired specialization, your preference for the time of classes, whether it's going to be day only, evening only, or late evening and Saturday and or online, and then your preference for cohort, which is full-time, accelerated part-time, or extended part-time. In this video, I'm going to go over all those choices so that you can fill out the form the way that you would prefer. So just as a review, our traditional MSW program, which you have been accepted into, is 60 credits. It can be completed full-time in 2 years, accelerated part-time in 2.5 years, or extended part-time in 4 years. Students also complete two semester practicum. Your practicum take place in the fall and spring. It's 900 hours total for approximately 15 to 17 hours per week. Students start by taking our 30 credit generalist curriculum and then complete a 30 credit specialization curriculum. These are the generalist curriculum classes. And then again, after you complete those generalist classes, students are asked to complete a specialization. We offer 2 specializations at Cleveland State University, clinical or advanced generalist. The clinical specialization helps students to develop skills to be competent in the practice of psychotherapy. So if you're interested in being a clinical mental health counselor, you might be attracted to the clinical specialization. Our clinical students provide treatment for individuals, couples, families, and groups. They work in an array of clinical settings, and it is a trauma-informed curriculum, and so students are prepared to work with trauma victims. Our clinical specialization classes are listed here. We also offer an advanced generalist specialization. Our advanced generalist specialization is a multi-level practice. We prepare our students to assess and intervene with individuals, families, groups, organizations, and communities. And our advanced generalist students work in an array of practice settings. Here are the advanced generalist classes. Importantly, I want you to note that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the advanced generalist classes currently meet in the evening only. So that's something to just be aware of. So both our clinical and advanced generalist students take our practice in context course. These courses allow students to gain experience in specific practice settings like mental health, substance abuse, gerontology, military, social work, child welfare, or health. Here are a list of our current practice in context classes. You are given 3 different options for completing your degree. The first option is full-time. Students who are in the full-time program do not need to take classes in the summer, although they can if they want to. Students in the full-time program complete 4 classes plus a practicum in the fall and spring of each year. The program can be completed in 2 years. The first year's classes are on Monday and Wednesdays, and the second year, the specialization classes meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays. With the full-time option, you can still choose to take classes either during the day or in the evening, or what we call our late evening / Saturday / online option, which I'll describe a little bit more later. This is what the clinical full-time schedule looks like. Starting in the fall, students would take 4 classes plus a practicum, and then also in the spring take 4 classes plus a practicum, and then in the following fall it's 4 classes plus a practicum. In the following spring it's also 4 classes plus a practicum. Students that, or where the classes that are marked with an asterisk, those classes can be taken in the previous summer. So 501 and 502 could be taken in the summer preceding the program, and then 509 and 510 could be taken next summer. And then similarly, the practice and context and elective classes could be taken the following spring. So you can move those classes out to lighten your fall and spring load if you wanted to. And then here is the full-time advanced generalist classes. It's the same schedule, and students can still pull out the asterisk classes to take in the summer if they would like to, but these are just the advanced generalist full-time classes. A second option for completing your classes is the extended part-time program. So the extended part-time program consists of no summer classes. Students take 2 classes in the fall and spring of their first I'm sorry, this has a typo. They take 2 classes in the fall and spring of year 1 and year 3, and then they take 2 classes plus a practicum in the fall and spring of year 2 and year 4. So I apologize, this should say 3. Extended part-time students complete the entire MSW in 4 years, and then year 1 and year 2 classes meet on Mondays and Wednesdays, and year 3 and year 4 classes meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays. As with the full-time option, students can take classes during the day, in the evening, or then the third option is during the late evening, Saturday, or online. The extended part-time schedule, if you're a clinical student, is here. So you can see the first year in the fall and spring you take 2 classes. In the second year in the fall and spring you take 2 classes plus a practicum. In the third year in the fall and spring you take 2 classes. And then in the fourth year you take 2 classes plus a practicum in both the fall and the spring. This is what the clinical schedule looks like. And then the advanced generalist schedule is the same, just with the advanced generalist classes plugged in, but it's the same schedule. The third option for completing your classes is the accelerated part-time program. Students that are in the accelerated part-time program take 2 classes plus a practicum in the fall and spring for 2 years, and then they take 2 classes each summer. So for traditional students like what you are, you can complete the entire MSW program part-time in 2.5 years. For the accelerated part-time program, students take classes on Mondays the first year, Tuesdays the second year, and then on Thursdays in that final semester. Summer classes do follow a unique schedule. Importantly, accelerated part-time students must begin the MSW program in May. Students cannot begin in August. So this is what the schedule looks like for accelerated part-time clinical. It starts in the summer with students taking 2 classes. Then in the fall and the spring they take 2 classes plus a practicum. The following summer students take 2 classes. And then the fall and spring of the second year, they take 2 classes plus a practicum. The summer after their second year, they take 2 classes. And then the following fall, they take just 2 classes with no practicum. That's the accelerated part-time clinical schedule of classes. And this is the accelerated part-time advanced generalist schedule of classes, which follows the same pattern. The only difference is that we're plugging in the advanced generalist classes. So at CSU, you can plan your life and your education with reliability. Every class is offered during a particular semester, on a particular day of the week, and at a particular time. So, for example, during the fall and spring, all generalist classes are offered on Mondays and Wednesdays, and all specialization classes are offered on Tuesdays and Thursdays. In terms of the timing of your classes, during the fall and spring, every required class, except for the 5 advanced generalist classes that I mentioned previously, will be offered during both the day and the evening or online. Day classes take place between 8:30 and 3:25 p.m. That's 8:30 a.m. and 3:25 p.m. And evening classes take place between 4 and 9:50 p.m. We do have some people who can't make it to campus for that 4 to 6 p.m. class. So in that case, students who work full-time would be interested in the late evening Saturday online option. So for this option, students take one class late. I'm sorry, if they're full-time, they take one class per semester. If they're full-time, they take two classes per semester in the late evening. The late evening is from 7 to 9:50 p.m. And then they would also either take if they're full-time, they would take two classes either on Saturday or online. And then for the part-time students, it would move to 1 day a week of taking a late evening class, and then with a Saturday or online option. So when you're given the option between day classes, day is from 8:30 to 3:25, evening is from 4 to 9:50, and then the late evening classes, those are from 7 to 9:50 p.m. And then those classes that usually meet from 4 to 6:50, there's a mirror section offered on Saturdays or online. And the only exception is those 5 advanced generalist classes that were marked previously that are currently offered in the evening only. So as I mentioned before, our accelerated part-time students take 2 classes every summer, and our full-time students have the option of lightening their fall and spring course load by taking 2 classes in the summer if they would like to, but it's completely optional. Summer class schedules are unique and they don't follow the general day-evening time schedules. Most summer classes are 6 weeks long and are offered either online or in person after 6 p.m. 2 days a week, either Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday. So you should now be ready to complete your intent to enroll form. You should be able to mark if you intend to begin the program in May or if you intend to begin the program in August. If you are accelerated part-time, you will definitely check May. If you are full-time, you can check either option, either May or August. You can take 2 classes this summer even if you're full-time, but if you're full-time, you can choose to just take classes starting in August. If you're extended part-time, then you'll be starting in August. You'll also be ready to indicate your desired specialization, either clinical or advanced generalist. And you'll be putting down your preference for the time that you're going to take classes. Please select only one box, either daytime classes, which meet from 8:30 to 3:15, evening classes, which meet from 4 to 9:50 p.m., or if you're a full-time working professional, you will likely opt for the late evening classes, which meets from 7 to 9:50 p.m. and on Saturdays or online. If you're a student who is interested in taking some online classes, but you want to take most of your classes during the daytime only or the evening only, we want you to let you know that we give preference to students who are in the late evening cohort for the online classes, but lots of times there's room in the online classes for the daytime or the evening only students if they're interested in taking some online classes as well. But we do want you to just check one of these boxes. We also want you on your intent to enroll form to indicate if you're planning to take your classes full-time, accelerated part-time, or extended part-time. Welcome to CSU's MSW program. Take care.